Hey guys, Tina here. Today I'm bringing you a non-spoilery review of Like a River Glorious by Rae Carson. This is book 2 in her Gold Seer trilogy. In the first book, which is Walk on Earth the Stranger, we meet Leah Westfall, who is this almost normal girl. You know, she has the ability to sense gold in the ground and she's living during the gold rush. So, you know, that's a very useful ability to have. But, you know, she's living with her parents and they have a small farm and she doesn't abuse it. You know, they make do, but they're not rich or anything like that. And, you know, her life is pretty normal until her parents get murdered, and she believes that, you know, that happened because of her ability, that, you know, whoever killed them wants to use her, you know, to get gold. And she decides to head west with all the people that were going west back then to California because of the gold rush. And she joins one of these groups with her best friend, and in book 1 we get to explore what this, you know, traveling was like, what the life was like on the road, I guess. And I really liked that book, you know, for historical reasons as well as for, you know, because of the characters and the story. And let me tell you, a lot of sequels came out this year, and Walk on Earth the Stranger was one book that I did not have to read because of that, because it stayed with me throughout the year and I remember it so vividly that I just picked this book up, you know, and I didn't need to read the prequel because I knew what happened. And I just really, that should tell you something because a lot of books I just forget and I have to reread them because, you know, details and all of that. But yeah, so in this book we get to see the continuation of that story. We are now in California and we see how they, you know, are searching for gold. They decide to lay claims on lands and things like that, and how small towns get started and what life of those people was like. Now Leah as a character is a great role model for girls. I think teenage girls or boys, actually everyone should just read this book because she's such a natural character. She's very, you know, feisty. She's a fighter. She's a survivor. She is very resourceful. She doesn't hide from the truth. You know, she's very loyal. She loves these people that surround her, and, you know, they became part of her family, and she would do anything to protect them. And you know, she doesn't hide from what she has to do. And you know, the same goes for a lot of these characters that are like good guys. I just adore them all, and they this is a really diverse cast of characters. There are various races, various religious backgrounds, and even, you know, given their sexuality, given the time period that it's happening, you would not think that that would be an aspect of these books, but it is in there. It is, you know, well, it's not really in your face, but it is there. So a very diverse book. Then there are the bad guys. One of them is definitely the killer of her parents, and you know, I love these books as well for their historical aspects, because more or less these are historical books, even, you know, with a little bit of magic in them. Now the author acknowledges that she took some liberties with the history, but I think that they are accurate enough that, you know, it's a really nice way to learn things. You know, it's not like you have to pick up a, you know, a history book and study it. You can just pick details from these kind of books, and it's a lot of fun to do that and learn stuff that way. And yes, there's a lot of history elements of the gold rush in that time that we learn here, and you know, the author didn't stay away from the nastier elements of that time, and those were a bit, you know, harder to get through because they would just get me so mad. But, you know, I did get through them because yeah, it's interesting to read about them, but they do get me mad because of, you know, just injustice and that people were, oh, we're just terrible creatures, really. The writing as well is very easy to get to, and at the end of this book there's no like major cliffhanger, you know, that you just have to get the next book. Yes, I want to have the next book because I want to see how the story ends, but it's not like, you know, there's literally, you know, the story is completed. The story of this book is completed, and now we'll see what happens in the next book, and I actually really cannot wait to see what happens, because I adore this book. I cannot recommend it enough. Definitely go pick it up if you're interested. It's different, I think, than the rest of YA these days, and I could not recommend it more. I hope I convinced you to pick these books up, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in my next one. Bye!